I was hunting on Amazon the other day and I noticed something that I needed, but then I noticed something that I needed that had something that a lot of people may not want, but maybe a lot of people may want. So if you're into RGB and you want a 90 degree for your 24 pin, well, this is definitely a video you're not going to want to miss, because we're going to be unwrapping that right now. So theme is playing, hit the subscribe button, we come back, we unwrap, everybody happy, yay. Oh, we're going to be putting it on the test bench. So as you can see, the package isn't that big because the item we ordered isn't going to be a large item. It's a small item, so you know, not a lot of packaging. But to the credit of E.S.D DIY Fab, they always have nice packaging. This is a 24 pin RGB adapter. It's a 90 degree adapter. I just had surgery, guys, like a couple weeks ago. I'm still recovering, so I'm a little weak. So yeah, there you go, there you go. Put that away. And I'll show you guys how to install it in a moment, but here we got our RGB connection and we have a pigtail. So if you wanted to add this to like another setup or add something RGB to it, you got that. That's pretty cool to have. Let's see how much cable they gave us. Oh yeah, that's a lot of cable. That's at least 2 feet of cable on this thing. So I'll give you guys a little closer look. It's got the little clip on it right here. So yeah, this is the part that would actually connect to the motherboard. So it'll go like that, I believe. So the wire's gonna be taken off from the top, and then your 24 pin coming out of your power supply will go directly in here. Then you would connect this to, say, the RGB on your motherboard, and this would be like, you know, a pigtail to another component. So what does this say? Motherboard 5-volt 3-pin connector, yes. Motherboard 12-volt 4-pin connector, no. So yeah, it's your standard 3-pin 5-volt ARGB. So yeah, that's all you get in the packaging, because that's pretty much all you needed. That's what you ordered. So let me show you guys how you would install it. So if your 24 pins already plugged into your motherboard, you're gonna have to take it out. So look for the little clip and try to pull evenly out. Once you've removed this, you're going to want to always make sure that the 4-pin slides over the 24 pin, then down. You can always plug this one in first, but not this one. You're then going to look here on your 90 degree, and you're going to see the little clip. This is the clip. This is what plugs into the motherboard's 24 pin power right here. You're going to fill a lip on one of these sides. Usually it's this side right here, closest to the side of the board. And this is where that clip's going to go over to lock this in place. So your power supply, this 24 pin right here, that's going to go on this side right there, the shorter one without the big clip, because you're going to have a clip on this one. So it's going to go over that raised clip over here, that little one right there. You can plug the 4-pin in first, or you can just mash them together like so, and just make sure again that you're going to get the clip side of this to go over that little clip right there. So like so, and it should be keyed as normal, and you're going to push it in until you feel or hear it click. Alright, also you should not see any gappage. It should be sitting flush. Run this RGB cable, usually through the side where the rest of the 24 pins coming out from is a good location. And again, just line this one up. And push it in until you either hear it click or you feel it click. And again, run your RGB cable in a manner to where it won't be noticeable. So things like this 90 degree, they're great for when, let's say you want to come around a bar, or you don't want to put that much flex on your 24 pin on the cable itself, because you can see it's coming straight. Now I have this thing in the way right here, so if this wasn't here, that would have been a lot cleaner. So what you're going to want to do is take this side of the cable. This is for our new 24 pin 90 degree RGB 90 degree thing, and you're going to look on your motherboard for your 3-pin 5-volt ARGB connection. Now because it's a 3-pin, it can only go one way. Sometimes you may see an arrow on here and an arrow on your motherboard. Put those 2 arrows together. This should be the 12-volt, the white one, and usually right next to it is the 5-volt. Plugged in just like that. So usually the white is the 12, and that's for like LEDs or something, but that's usually right in that area. And then take that, tuck it under. But you can also daisy chain, like I said, so you have something else RGB. This wouldn't be taking, say, your only ARGB connection on your motherboard if you only have one. You could daisy chain it. So this was a very smart idea. Okay, now let's see how it looks. I hope you guys enjoyed that little B-roll montage type thing. I just wanted to show you guys the different cycling, how the colors looked, things like that. I was just using the ASRock tool RGB thing, so that's for the entire motherboard. That's baked right into the BIOS of this X570 Still Legend from ASRock. Installation wise, well, it's the same as hooking up a 24 pin, because that's exactly what it is. The only difference is it's a 90 degree. That is if you have a case where you can't quite get your 24 pin connection coming out of your power supply to bend well enough, or you have like a brace that's meant to hide your cables. Now, real fast, what you need to know is it will raise that up by a long shot. Because this has RGB, that means it's got a PCB built into it. So it stands from the PCB to its tallest 1.5 inches or 3.5 millimeters. So definitely take into account that if you're buying a 90 degree adapter for your motherboard, make sure that the reason you're getting it is not just because it needs to come around that brace or whatever, that you're gonna have the height clearance too. Because when you notice, when I put it in this, I was struggling a little bit because I had this radiator right here. Your radiator is not gonna be that close to your motherboard, yes. But say you're using the NZXT 710i or 500i. That bar that comes down, that's made to hide your cable management or your cables coming into the front, it might interfere, but it might not either, because it's coming up. So just make sure height clearance wise you're fine. Now this is for RGB. You could get you could get the Lee & Lee streamer 24 pin, that big cable thing. That thing's $50-$60. It might be on sale, I'm not too sure. But this was not. I only paid this much for it. Now, yes, that may seem cheap, but remember, you're paying a premium on RGB. A regular 90 degree 24 pin adapter is this much, and you have selection after selection. So remember, if you're gonna go with this, you're gonna be paying a premium of pretty much double because of the RGB. So make sure again that this is something you want. Yes, it's cheaper than the Lee & Lee streamers, but remember, the Lee & Lee streamer is a full piece. I'll show you right now on Polybius. So this isn't meant to replace your 24 pin and give you one big RGB strip. I like the streamer. Again, if you watched my Polybius build video, not really a build video, but like a montage of me building it, you would have heard me at the end of that video say, I like RGB, but not all the time. Most of the time I shut this RGB off and leave it lightly on maybe the purple or maybe just the white, just a little bit. And when my kids come to play the computer or hang out with me like the baby Aiden, I'll put the RGB full blast because he just gets a kick out of it. So it's made by a company called E.S.D Fabs. So easy do-it-yourself fabrications is pretty much what I'm getting out of that, right? I'm not crazy, right? Don't answer that. We'll almost see it in the comments. They make a lot of cool third-party stuff. Seriously, you could check out some other things that they made. Go over to E.S.D Fabs or just go on Amazon and type it in. I'll put a link to some of their stuff down below and a link for a regular 90 degree 24 pin adapter. Ones that I've used plenty of times and never had an issue with. Really and truly, I've never had a problem with a 90 degree, ever. But I'll put a link to a few that I know and that I've used personally, and I can tell you they work, as long as that one isn't defective for some stupid reason. How does it look? Like I said earlier, it matches pretty well with the rest of the colors on this board. You'll notice that, say the colors on your graphics card don't match the colors on your fans. Like the hue is different, like the light is just, the color itself isn't as deep or maybe not as vibrant or whatever the case may be. Usually if you buy RGB outside of another brand, their blues are going to be different. Every company is going to use something a little bit different on their product. So if you want to stay, uniform, you usually want to stay with the same company and buy only their products with RGB. That could be a little tough because not one company makes everything you like. Maybe you don't like the Lee Uni fans. Maybe you're a Corsair maglev person. If you want to stay uniform, you usually want to stay within the same brand. It's hard to usually go out there and say, hey, can I see how that one's RGB looks? And your stuff's not there. You know what I mean? It was pretty much matching. As you've seen when I was doing that montage, I was actually changing the colors. As you can see here, I can actually change red, so 255, 255. I can actually dial in the color I'm looking for, rainbow. As you can see, it matches pretty well with the RGB on this motherboard, and it's not an ASRock product. One thing I don't care for, but this is like on a lot of RGB products for computers, they don't use the good diffusers to hide the LED bulb itself, you know what I mean? You can actually see them, and I'll bring the camera closer and you'll be able to see them. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but I could see 1, 2, 3, 4 LEDs behind here. I can see them directly, but maybe when they're flickering and doing, you probably won't see them. Nope, I see them, and maybe you guys can see them better now. Probably not. So I'm not sure if you guys can see them like I see them, but they're pretty visible. But once it's installed in your system and your system's set up with your color scheme, you're probably not going to notice it, especially if you're gaming or doing whatever you're doing. And if you're like me, you're probably turning off most of the RGB later. Please, don't let that be the final decision for you. Oh, I got to get it because it's got the RGB. Don't do that. Get the best you can for your money. You're building a computer. You're spending a pretty penny. I don't care if it's $300. $300 is a lot of money. Don't let stupid things like RGB dictate what you're buying. If it's there, cool. If it's something extra and it's $10, $15 and you've already got your system like I have, Polybius, and you just want to add because whatever, fine again. But please don't let RGB dictate the reason why you're purchasing something.